All right, finally. Man, I just had the most difficult time trying to get this thing set up and actually working right. So let's see. All right, now we should be working. All right, there we go. So, even though nobody's watching, I guess, it doesn't really matter because I got to record this anyway, so we're just going to do it live and start building. And then the video will go up, and then you can watch the build on the replay. So, it's kind of nice if I just stream it live, it just automatically goes on and, save some time editing and everything. I got to do this stuff anyway. So, we shall. I'm just going to give it a couple minutes here. I'm pretty much set up and good to go. See, maybe we get somebody in here watching. Let's get set up here a little bit better with the camera. Okay. All right, well, let's get started. It will be what it will be. So, this drone here, as you can see, got severely damaged in a crash. I was running a Betaflight F3 on here, and it just went out. I crashed, and it just died on me. I had this Bolt ESC. If you've been watching my channel at all, I had some videos with this. I lost the capacitor. I mean, they were like real big, sticking off the front. So, for now, the Bolt ESC, she is dead. We're gonna get rid of that. Betaflight F3 is gone. We're gonna get rid of this Maytech VTX here because I've had this for a while and they're kind of big and hard to fit up in here. So that's gone. We're gonna take the run cam out of here. This is the Sparrow, the 16:9 Sparrow, which is okay. I don't even know if the lens is all right. I was gonna leave this in here, but I got this in the mail. This is the Swift Mini V2. So we got a new camera, and I haven't even really seen much about this out there yet. But if you've seen the Mini, it had like a smaller lens, so it looks like they kind of updated it. It's got a way bigger lens on it, which is kind of cool. So we're gonna stick that on there. And looks like they kind of changed the controller a little bit. It's got more like a Fox ear controller, because their other ones were like the little joystick controller. So I don't know what the story is with that. I kind of like the joystick controller. This is probably cheaper. You know how that goes. So this actually came in the quad box, so we'll set that up. You know, we're not at the camera yet. Take this camera mount. I'm just gonna save this the way it is, and we'll take this apart later. Actually, you see my cutters. We can cut this apart. So the cool thing here, I've been wanting to try this. I seen this on Facebook. Not Facebook. Listen to me. I seen this on Amazon, and I wanted to try it out. It's kind of looks a little Bardwell-esque, but I know it's not. So, but it's got the CL Racing F4 target in here. Yeah, it looks all right. It looks like it's got all the ports and things you need. So I haven't even plugged this into Betaflight yet, so we'll check this out. We'll see what's up with that. But this is the RJX Hobby F4, so we're going to use that. Let's get that out of the way. Let's get these up here out of the way, the cord. We're going to put on this AKK X2 with an MMCX Axie, and we're going to do some playing around with that. I got these days don't have no label on them, but these are like some DYS 30 amp ESCs, nothing too special, just BL Heli S 30 amp ESCs. I like ESCs on the arms better. It's kind of just easier for the stack and everything. We got some soft rubber mounts for this, for the flight controller. First thing I'm going to start with is the connector. We're going to figure that out. Actually, we're going to get these on. I'm going to figure that out. And the other thing is, too, I got an RXSR in here that was in here on the last build, so I'm going to try to leave that. And I had all these on here. We're going to have to clip this and get this all figured out because I had a 4-in-1 on here, and we're going to be shortening that. So that's another part. But this is the DYS Sam Gook series. These were the Shoe 2500 KV 2306. So far, the bit of flying that I did with them, they're really good. I like them a lot. So definitely we're gonna keep those bad boys on there. Get rid of all this. Let me see, I got some dirt in here. I definitely fly my stuff. I don't mess around. I'm gonna take these off. This stuff is cool, and if you tape it and all, it ends up coming out all right, but shit's still a pain in the ass. But it did look good when it was all built with the 4-in-1. That race flight bolt is just insane. All right. So we got this. Now, the first thing I usually like to do, if this was a fresh build, obviously there would be nothing on here. And we'd be, starting to attach motors and stuff. But first thing I want to do is, and because the power line and the receiver connections are on the bottom, which is kind of weird, but you got right here on the bottom, you can see we got, it says S-Bus, satellite, RX 5-volt ground, telemetry, 3.3 volt PPM. What's set up? We're going to go over that right now. So you can see we got the RJX Hobby F4, and this runs the CL Racing F4 protocol. We're going with the DYS Sam Gook Series 2500, 2306, 2500 KV motors. These I've had on here, and I crashed this guy, so we're going to rebuild it. Got a RXSR FR Sky receiver. Just some 30 amp BL Heli SESCs. And AKK X2 with an Axie with the MMCX already on there. So that'll go together. And this is an iFlight frame. This is the IX5, LX5, something like that. It's a little bit lower version that they already had out there. You know, they make some decent frames. So, like I was saying, on the bottom of this board, you have to put the receiver. Here's all your receiver stuff right here. So we'll put S-Bus, since I'm using an FR Sky, S-Bus. But if you had a Spectrum, your satellite would go there. If you want a PPM, your PPM would go there. And I imagine, don't quote me on this, but I think you can put your iBus on this satellite pin here. I could be wrong on that. You know, you have to check that. But you got S-Bus satellite, 5-volt ground telemetry, 3.3 volt, and PPM. They're all right there on the bottom. All right, you got your, what do you call your, oh boy, SD card. And then the biggest thing here is you're going to need your main battery inputs are going to go down here on the back. So this is the back. So we're going to get that, and then we're going to have to flip it over. The other thing I noticed about this board here is if you look, I don't see any arrow on it, right? I mean, no arrow at all, but I can figure out that this is labeled motor 1 right here. So motor 1, 2, 3, 4. So I know that it's got to face that way, but it'd be nice if there was an arrow on there. I mean, I don't see an arrow. I looked at this thing for a while the other day. So no biggie. And then once we get that, down here is your VTX pins, and up here is your camera pins, and I believe it's regulated 9 volt. It doesn't say, but we will check that. I will probe that once we get this thing going in a little bit, and we will see what we're going to do with that. So I guess the first thing we should do is plug this into Betaflight. And before I even go any farther, let's plug it into Betaflight and verify that it even works, because guess what? If your board's junk, then we can end this now, because it's going to be a waste of time. And then we're going to go ahead and make our XT60 connector and figure out how long we want the wire to be and get that wired up. All right, so let's get this out of the way. Let me get Betaflight in here. I don't have the best camera setup system here, but it works. All right, it functions. Let's get a USB cable. So as I say, once you get a brand new flight controller, always plug it into your computer. So we're gonna see what's what. If I gotta update it, we're gonna get to make sure we got the newest Betaflight on there, and just see what's happening. I got sound turned off, so but we're connected. Let's connect. All right, she connected nice and fast. Now here in this screen, if there's no arrow in here, but we can verify which way this guy's facing to make sure I was. All right, so this is the front. It's all turned around, but you can see that this is the front. You see the arrow. So if there's no arrow on your board or you're all turned around, you can just do that in this configuration screen. You can verify which way it is, and then, you know, if it was upside down, you would know what the top is. So this is, you know, it's a helpful screen if there's no information on here. Because if you get this put in the wrong way and you got the things hooked up wrong, it's not going to fly right. It's going to fly all over the place. Okay. All right. This guy comes with 317, which is kind of weird. And this is like a newer version, so we're going to have to upgrade that. So let's not even do anything, but I'm going to check the ports and see what we got. Let's see. So nothing's selected for S-Bus or anything at all, so we're going to have to figure that out. And I can see on the bottom of the board RX-TX4, so I'm going to assume it's not going to be 4. Oh, check this out. Right here on the bottom, it says satellite UART 6, S-Bus UART 1. So that's kind of cool. Labeled right there on the bottom. So, right, that answers my question. And then you got TX4 and RX4 down here. So that's 1, 4, 6. I see 1, 3, 4, 6. So 1, 4, 6. So I'm going to say 3. 3 is going to be the OSD control for the camera signal. Now it just says VTX signal down here, right here. But 3 is the only one not spoken for, but so that's probably going to be UART3 for your VTX control. All right, so we got that figured out. We'll need that for later. Okay, let's go down into the CLI. I type in version. Again, I'm just verifying the target is CL Racing F4. And then I'm going to type bootloader BL. All right, that didn't work, so let's just exit. Now I could run the configurator, or the what do you call the driver fixer, but there's a button here, so we'll try that first since I don't even have it in. Push in the button. And we'll plug it in. And we get nothing. I mean, half the time these bootloader buttons don't even work. Alright, so we're going to have to run the driver fixer. See, this is the crap, you know, that you don't get to see. Such a pain. So we're going to run the Impulse RC driver fixer. This should put us in DFU. And once you get into DFU mode, you know, uploading it, you know, flashing is a breeze. Now, as soon as it says entering bootloader, we're going to bring this back up. Installing DFU. Success drivers fixed. How come we're not in DFU yet? I'm going to unplug it again. Plug it back in. Column 11. I'm going to tell you what, I just thought of something. The reason why BL didn't work, and that's my fault, bootloader didn't work because it's 317. So you'd have to actually type in DFU. So that's my bad. I've been on 3.2 for so long, I forgot about that. So as I was just sitting here, I just remembered that. So if you're on 317 or anything before 3.2, you got in the CLI, you can type DFU and it'll put you into this mode here. 3.2, it's BL for bootloader. What do we need? It's CL Racing F4. CL Racing F4. We're gonna choose. There is no 3.2 for this board? What is going on here right now? I wonder if we can flash it with this one, because it did have the underscore. That's got the new ones. Huh. I really don't want to flash it with... I don't know. I'm going to try flashing it with this one. I might mess it up, but I really don't want to fly on 317. That's crazy. That must be the old target, CL underscore Racing F4. And then the new target is just CL Racing F4. I hope. We will find out here shortly. Yeah, that has to be the case. So this is like the little things. Like, how do you know that? If you don't know that and you're new coming into this, and I mean, how you looked at the target and it's got the underscore, and you know you're gonna be stuck on 317. That's the kind of stuff that pisses me off. But you know, this hobby's got a lot to learn. It's a big, steep learning curve when you get into this. All right, looks like we were programmed successful. We're going to connect. Okay, now We are running at 3.2.4, and before I even go any farther, I like to just set up my ports here. S-Bus was just my receiver tab. This way we can do what we need to do. And on the bottom of the board it says S-Bus is UART1, and UART3. I got a TBS Smart Audio while we're here. And UART6 is going to be Smart Port Telemetry, right? No, UART6. UART6 of satellite. So, UART4 was down here. 6 was satellite. 3 is TBS. So here's the deal. 3, if it's satellite, it's not going to be inverted. So Smart Port is not going to work on 6 unless you have the uninvert. So, and it has a telemetry pin. So I'm going to assume telemetry is on 3. We could change all this later, but I'm just trying to think this stuff out now. And 3, 6, so 4 is going to have to be, I don't know if that camera, the VTX control pin is linked to 4, but we'll try that out later. So we know UART1 is definitely S-Bus, so that's what we need. All right. Save and continue. Let's go to configuration. I'm going to go to D-Shot 600. We're going to spin these in the opposite direction. We're going to run at 8.8. No barometer. I still keep my accelerometer on. Craft name, we're going to go with... This is my beater. I call this one the beater. Alright, we got serial enabled. We're going to change this to S-Bus. Now you would put in this spot here, you would put whatever you need. Alright, let's see. We're going to want telemetry output. We're going to want anti-gravity, dynamic filter, and OSD. So we're good there. Save and reboot. Okay, connect. We're not going to PID tune now. I'm just going to make sure this is set for my controller. AETR. And I'm just going to put an arm in here. This is just so when I get started, we can get this, we can test some things when we're putting this together. All right. All right, it's saved. And I'm going to turn all this crap off on the OSD. All right, save. All right, so we're good with Betaflight for now. That's all we need. Okay. Well, thank you for the thumbs up. All right, just getting back to the chat. All right, let's get to prepping this board and see where we're gonna go. Now I snapped all my connectors. I need 2mm. All right, let's get rid of all this. All right, first thing I'm going to do is set my soft mounts. Where are my soft mounts here? Oh, check this out. This whole thing might be over. Huh. My arm is broke. Holy crap. I told you I crashed hard. Yep, my whole arm is broken. Huh. Bad news for the whole 2 of you that are watching. My live stream is going to get cut short. I didn't even notice this. Guess I should have checked it. You see this? So I guess I said iFlight frames are good, but man, you can see all the laminations are all jacked up. Man, I did crash the hell out of this thing. I'm surprised. I don't even know. The motor didn't get not a single hit. The end isn't even all jammed up. I don't know. Maybe this was just a weak point. But that's fucked. That is no good. Damn. Man, you would think if I hit something hard enough to break it there, that this end or something out here would be screwed up. Well, that surely blows the goose. Well, now what do we do? Damn, now I gotta buy a new frame. Oh, man, that sucks. That sucks. That sucks. See, this is why when I spend like good money on a frame, I mean, this was 35 bucks. I mean, not saying that that's not a nothing amount of money, but it's definitely, if this was $100 frame, I'd be a little bit more, I would be feeling a little bit more hurt about that. But, you know, I go with all modular stuff now. I just do. That's just the way it is. I go with modular arms because right now, like a $10 arm would be putting me in this. It's like crappy. Yeah, that's why I like to buy more expensive frames when I can because it's not completely affordable. All right, before you go completely, I will do a consolation here. How about I do have I did get this in the mail today. My first Unify. I can install this Unify in my Hyperlow because that's where I wanted to put it. That's why I took this VTX out for this build. So I can install Unify and we can check out how Unify works. This is the newer V3 version. I think it says it on here. Unify Pro V3. So this is the newer one, 5 volt. So I guess I can do that. I really, because I got a Bardwell F4 coming for the Hyperlow, so, you know, I don't even really want to do that, to tell you the truth. I'm sorry. Because I got the new Bardwell F4 flight controller coming, so it's going to be pointless to put this on there, because I'm going to be putting a Bardwell on there next week. Damn! I'm getting foiled all over the place. What can we do here? What can we do here? What do I have? Do I have anything to fix? You guys want to see anything? Any questions? The two of you that are watching here? You got my full undivided attention. Any questions on how to fix anything, build anything? I can show you my favorite build. We could talk about that. I got to take this apart now. Man, didn't that suck? I got a full quadcopter here, but no frame. Oh, boy. Well, I got to take that apart. All right, check this out. This is, so far, right now, my absolute favorite build. I don't know if either of you have flown a Predator camera yet, but this thing is insane. Get you a Predator. I have the review started with that. I should have that up probably this week for sure. But this Predator camera is freaking insane. But look at this quad, man. This, you know, I got it all blacked out with these yellow props. I'm in love with this thing. So these are DYS XSDs, 30 amp BL Heli S. I've had these since I've got this quad. This thing is about 7 or 8 months old. These ESCs here stood the test of time. Just keep going. Got Hype Train, the original Hype Train motors on here. This got the V1.1 bells because I smashed 3 out of the 4. I got a Barbell F4 under here, which is a phenomenal flight controller. I got a AKK X2P down in here, up to an Axie antenna. Price on the Predator is, I think it's about $40. Here, we can check. We can look it up. Let's look it up. I buy most of my stuff at Race Day Quads, so this will be the price, but they're pretty competitive overall. I think it's like 42 bucks. Price on the Predator, $41.99. $41.99 on the Predator. And let me tell you something, the Predator, it's worth that money. It's absolutely worth that money. You probably remember, like, everybody talking about the Fox Ear, the what is it, the Owl Plus or whatever it was. All right, hang on one second. I'll turn my heater off. Damn thing is so loud. All right, so the run cam, was it the Owl? Am I drawing a blank? The run cam. Oh, the Owl or the Eagle, duh. The Eagle and the Eagle Pro and the Eagle 2, they have a lot of, like, the sharpness is like really, really high. And it's got a lot of digitalizing and like artifacting. This one is like just up to that line. It's just, it's so like this. You can see details. You can look right into the sun and it doesn't blow it out. You just see a circle, like a light circle, and it doesn't blow it. Like, it'll darken it a little, but it doesn't blow out. And you just don't get like a white orb. Insane. Absolutely insane. So yeah, the Predator is definitely awesome. My second favorite camera is the Arrow V3. That's a great camera too. And I like the Mini. The Runcam Minis were good, but the new Mini is cool. I tell you what, you know what else we can do? So yeah, any more questions on that? This is and these are the Wind Dancer 5042 props. Awesome props too. It's 370 grams. This thing is a full-on chucking freestyle beast. What we can do as well, I can show you the new. We can take a look at this Runcam Mini V2. We can compare it to the V1. We can look at least the lens difference. So let's see. We got IR block 2.5 millimeter, 5 to 36. So now the Mini. It looks like the Mini is going to have OSD and voltage in and all that good stuff, which the first Mini didn't. So yeah, we got 5 to 36 ground video, VBAT plus ground and OSD control. And I can show you. Here is the original. This is a Floss 6-inch with a Revolt. All right, this Revolt's running Betaflight though. It's a Revolt 2 with a Runcam Mini. So you can see the lens on there. And then here's the new lens. So you can see the difference. It's a little bit bigger of a lens, so you probably should get a little wider field of view. It's still 2.5 millimeter, but the lens is a little bigger. So this is the Swift Mini V2. So this is their Swift Mini V2. So that's pretty cool. This is, you know, a pretty new camera. So yeah, we got that. Pretty light. I mean, it's plastic. And I can show you this one. And if you have any questions on these parts that I'm showing you, or any on these quads, you know, feel free. But this is all stuff that I've, you know, been using for a while. This is a hyper low, 15 millimeter deck height, modular arm. Right, so this is changeable arms. There's a Betaflight F3 in here, but I got a Barbell F4 on the way. These are Emax Bullet 30 amp ESCs with hype trains again. I like the hype trains. Cyclone 5046 or 5045, one or the other. With the Arrow V3. And then this one is going to get a Unify. So I really would put the Unify on the other one, but that one's set up so good right now that I don't want to mess with it. So that's what ends up happening. So yeah, all these have RXSRs. I've been using them. I've heard a lot of people having problem with those RXSRs, but I've had no problem. I had one little problem. It's not really that bad. On the one, I can't get the telemetry to work. It only gives me the RSSI, not the voltage and stuff, but who cares? You got OSD anyway. The Sphinx 3-inch. This one's kind of cool. And the reason why I brought this one out, mainly, see these props? These are the Gem Fan 3035 props. If you can find these, buy these props. They have in a bunch of colors. These are the best 3-inch prop with the 2 screws with the 1.5mm hole. These are the best 3-inch props. These things will take a beating, keep on going. Once they get bent, you can bend them back and it doesn't send much vibration in. If you're a micro flyer, you got 3-inch, buy these props. There is no better. The 2540 Gem Fans, the new HQs, all those freaking props don't hold a candle to these 3-inch props. They're the absolute best. And I just installed this EWRF, whatever, VTX in here, smart control and everything. And there was some sneaky tricks I had to do to get the smart audio working with this Emax Mini Magnum. That was a pain. You had to activate soft serial and all kinds of craziness. But yeah, this thing's awesome. Super fast. HGLRC 6500 kV 1105s. So you got that. I'm trying to think. What else can we do? What else can we do? I really wanted to build this drone. Damn, I'm so pissed. Can't believe that's... Damn it, that's pissing me off. It's so beat. So freaking beat. Yeah. Just did a bunch of crap with whoops recently. Could put that board in that. I'm gonna have to get another frame. Yeah, I don't know. That's gonna get a Bardwell. And we'll put the connector, take the blade file, that board on that. Thanks, I know. I know. That is so depressing. That's so crazy. I've never seen that. Isn't that nuts? I've never seen a delaminate like that and actually still be connected. I've seen them snap and break. That's pretty wild. So I didn't even notice it until we got started. But I'm trying to decide. I'm not sure because I bought this flight controller for that frame that we're not going to do that. And I have a Bardwell F4 coming. Well, you know what? I'm going to call it. It ain't like I got a whole lot of people watching anyway. Thank you for the 2 of you that watched for the last 40 minutes or whatever we're here. Yeah. All right. I'm going to call it. Sorry again. we'll come back at this and try it again once I get my other parts, and we'll do the barbell F4, and we'll do the unify, and we'll stick that on my hyper low, and then I'll get another frame, and we'll build up these parts here. So yeah, because I definitely want to try that camera. I need to get that camera started for review. So that looks like to be an interesting one. So all right, that's all I got. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.